Tucked away in the valley of Los Angeles, 42 miles northwest of Disneyland, sits a tiki bar with a 78-drink challenge called the Grog Log. Drink all 78 drinks within 1 year, and you get a plaque with your name on the wall. Let's join two thirsty friends for a little My Time as they embark on a drunken journey through the log and talk about dumb shit like theme parks, drinking, and drinking at theme parks.
Welcome to My Time, the podcast where we're drinking a ridiculous amount of tiki drinks and getting a little bit drunk and talking about the things that we would normally talk about when we're drunk. Who are we?
I'm Corey.
And I'm Dave.
And we're here
and
at
we're
Tonga
friends.
Hut. And we're buddies.
Yeah. We're partners in grog. We're pigs.
We're a pigs.
Yes. So we're back at Tonga Hut in North Hollywood.
Yep.
It's LA's oldest tiki bar. That's what they say.
Longest running, oldest tiki bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's our home away from home.
It's our cheers.
Yes, it's our cheers.
Everyone knows our name.
I love it. We're working our way through the Grog Log. I mean, you know our shtick.
We do. If you're new here,
go
back.
Yeah, go back.
You've got some catching up to do.
Yeah, you missed a lot.
Yeah,
you can listen to this episode if you want to, but I suggest going back and starting over.
We're not necessarily in a chronological order as far as the topics we discuss, but there's a long through line of some running jokes that you might get lost at some point if you are not listening in order.
I kind of wish that now there was like some long storyline that we had that we like baked into the show.
Like every episode we have like one line that continues the story or something.
Yeah, that like we started a story about a friend that was cheating on their spouse.
Or something.
And something like that. And then like,
and every episode ends with, and then.
Yeah.
Cut.
Yeah. We're evolving. We're changing our podcast. We are
now we're scandalous, so we're going to be chatty Karens.
Yeah, we're now serial.
Yep.
We're going to tell you about a new murder.
My voice is not hers, though.
Yeah. But yes, we are looking at our 65th drink in this show.
Out of 78.
Out of 78.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're almost done the Grog Log. We are so close.
I can't believe we've
feel
had
it.
68 drinks.
I
Good
know.
Lord.
I know. 65. 65. I know. I can't believe.
It's like a blur. And I don't mean that in a drunken way. It seems like a blur for a lot of reasons.
It is. It's wild. Like, you think, okay, we're going to get there. But then when you're, like, hitting these numbers of, like...
We're actually going to get there.
We're actually going to drink all of these drinks. We have to drink 78 different tiki drinks.
Some good, some really not good.
Yeah. Let's drink
this one.
Try this one and see if this one is good. This one is called a Tortuga.
It is in a tall, skinny guy bamboo glass.
It is dark. Like, it almost looks like Bloody Mary dark.
Or like black iced tea or like almost Coca-Cola color, maybe?
Yeah, like a cherry.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's got a maraschino cherry on top.
What happens if you go into a tiki bathroom and say Bloody Mary 3 times on the... in the mirror.
Good question.
We're going to try it.
Is there a tiki version of Bloody Mary we should be saying in there?
Yeah, it's probably that Jim Altman.
Jim Altman, and he appears.
Yeah. If you go in the bathroom and say Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary 3 times in a tiki bathroom, I think Jim Altman comes out.
He comes out, he gets a little creepy, and then he goes back in.
And Jim Altman pops out from underneath the stall.
From chugging 3 zombies.
I had 4 zombies.
I'm totally fine.
I'm here. Now I've stolen your soul. And then he goes back under the stall.
That's it.
That's Tonga.
What if he's a listener?
Jim Altman, There's
no way he possibly remembers any of our conversations.
No.
That's a deep cut. That was like episode 2, folks.
Go listen to Jim Altman interrupt our episode in episode 2. All right. So let's cheers this bad boy. The drink's awake, so I'm awake. Cheers.
Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, my.
Yeah,
okay. Wow.
Okay. It's a lot. There's a lot of taste in this drink.
It's got a lot of layers.
It's a lot of taste.
I don't even know where to start. Oh, my.
Oh. It's very bitter. I think it's probably got some Pernod in it.
It's bitter. It's very alcohol tasting.
Very alcohol
But
tasting.
the first sip of it seems like it's going to be too sweet, and then as it like sits in, it's like it gives you the shivers a little bit.
You know, this was one that like I could almost taste before I even drank it. Like
Oh,
I
really?
was like, you know, that thing where you like smell your drink before
Yeah.
and you're like, you like.
I try
was
not
like,
to smell them ahead.
I know. I was like, I feel like I know what this is going to taste like. And then I drank it and I was like, oh, okay, it's like very tiki, like kind of like blend of like balance. And then it just hit me with like bitter and Pernod. And it was just like, I just drank another sip. It's not good. This one is maybe one
To
of my.
be honest, Gabby did say, do you want me to do a one? And I said, let's do it.
This is maybe one of my least favorite drinks.
It's
that
pretty
we had.
brutal. It kind of tastes like a really strong Cruzana.
I would. What do you give this?
2.
A 2. I have not put many drinks into the 1 category.
This might be 1.75 actually.
This is in the ones. I don't think I hate it as much as like a.
I would never give this to somebody else.
No, I go 1.75 on this as well. This is.
Ugh, it's brutal. It kind of like, not to use the expression, but it like puts hair on your chest a little bit.
Oh God. Okay.
rough.
I'm gonna tell you what's in it. The
Diesel
Tortuga.
fuel,
Jesus Christ.
lighter fuel, lighter
Tortuga.
fluid.
It's got orange juice. Maybe it's the orange juice that's just so.
It's just not well blended either. Like the balance of it is rough.
Lemon juice, lime juice, vermouth, curacao, creme de cacao, grenadine. It's an ounce of 151 Demerara rum. Uh-huh. Oh, and then 3/4 of an ounce of 151 Bacardi rum.
I
So
feel
it's
like I
just
don't even need to ask what dude's face looks like.
Yeah, the guy's face that indicates how tough this drink is fucked up. He's the
Great.
most fucked up. This was a drink created by Trader Vic.
Oh.
Vic Bergeron, 1948.
Not cool, Vic. Not cool.
It says, we've substituted Bacardi for the ounce of 123 proof Cuban rum called for in the original. Oh my God. 123 proof
Cuban rum.
Cuban rum.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
This is brutal. I don't have much else to
I
say
know.
about it.
I
It's
know.
rough. I like just want to down it because I just want it over with.
I don't think that'd be wise.
Why? Was it going to be bad?
I
We're
think
getting
we will-
tacos
yeah.
tonight, baby.
We will have to pick you up off the ground. God.
Oh, it's bad.
All right, let's talk about
Let's move
something.
on.
Let's
Like,
talk
get my
about
mind
something.
off of this.
Yeah,
It's 1.5 for me so far. The more I sip of it, the lower it's going.
Yeah, I'm with you right there. It's a rare instance of us agreeing.
Because I like the bitters, but this is not a good blend.
This is really rough. This is a 1.5 drink. Well, let's talk about. Okay.
We've actually got a lot of news, a lot of topics to talk about.
Let's talk about something I'm equally angry about.
Okay.
this drink, and let's talk Muppets.
Let's talk Muppets.
Let's talk Muppets. Okay, so the big news of the week, I think the biggest news of the week.
Yeah, I think most people feel a certain way about this for sure.
So Disneyland's Hollywood Studios in Florida.
Disney World's Hollywood Studios.
Disney World's Hollywood Studios in Florida.
MGM from Real Boys, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's always be MGM Studios. Is going through transformation.
She's changing.
Yes, at D23 DisneyCon, Josh D'Amaro, the head of parks, announced that they were going to get Monsters Inc. land.
Like a monstropolis of sorts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's going to be rides and whatever.
The long rumored door roller coaster being one of the things he said,
Right.
which has been on the rumor mill for, I don't know, 15 years, 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
And everybody
Just
was
missed my straw.
I know this drink is making my feet tingle. I can feel it in my feet.
Can feel it in your fingers.
I can feel it in my toes. So yeah, everybody was excited for Monsters Inc. land, and then
Quickly, people started realizing where it was probably going to go.
Yeah, the internet quickly started analyzing the concept drawings, and then started speculating where it's going to go, and everybody then was like, "Wait a minute, he didn't tell us where it's going to go."
Right.
I think. Wait a minute, are they going to fuck with Muppets?
Muppets Courtyard.
Wait a minute, this building looks like the Muppets building.
Yep.
Are they going to move the Muppets? Well, they just told us the good news. They didn't tell us the fucking awful news.
Right. They've been waiting to pull the Band-Aid off.
So they just, obviously at D23, they don't want to make people upset. So
Yeah, they don't announce what they're removing. They only tell you the new stuff. That may or may not happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We might be getting upset for no reason.
No, I feel like this is happening.
This is going to happen.
Yeah.
So people were worried that they're going to take away
Muppet Vision 3D, as
Muppet-
well as Muppet Courtyard.
Right. Muppet Courtyard and Muppet Vision 3D are going to
Which
get
is like
wiped out.
the Miss Piggy fountain, Rizzo rat pizza. Sorry, I call it rat pizza because I can never remember what
Yeah.
it's actually called. And like, they used to have the Muppet shop back there, but that hasn't opened back since COVID.
Right.
There also used to be that Christmas store back there, but that also hasn't opened back up, I don't believe.
Yeah,
and there's Mama Melrose is back there.
And that fucking wonderful fountain.
Miss Piggy fountain, our queen.
Yeah. So they're going to remove that. So that's what everybody was afraid of.
Yep.
And then this week, our
Fears came true.
Yeah, our greatest fears were confirmed. They are going to close Muppet Vision 3D. All of that is going to get wiped out.
All the Muppet stuff.
All the Muppet stuff is going to get wiped out. And then they're slapping the old
Monsters,
Inc. IP all over that. And
so this is the area where the Monsters Inc. door coaster is going to go.
right.
But they also said there's going to be some sort of movie video component that's going in where Muppet Vision 3D is.
Right, yeah. It's going to be like a
Something.
theater element.
Theater attraction. of
Theater
some variety,
attraction
yeah.
in Muppets Vision 3D.
Right.
But Muppets Vision 3D is getting. This
Muppet
drink.
Vision 3D is going bye-bye.
Yeah, this drink, by the way, is strong.
Yeah, it's strong.
This drink is strong, and I maybe had 25% of it.
Yeah, it's strong.
I ate a bigger meal today
You
in
did?
anticipation of this.
We're going to get tacos, my friend.
Okay, so anyway, Muppets Land is gone, but here's the
but.
catch. Here's the catch. So is Aerosmith.
From Rock and Roller Coaster.
Aerosmith is getting the boot too. If
Yep.
Kermit gets the boot, then Steven Tyler gets the boot.
And his Shocker. Remember when he used to do the Shocker in the pre-show?
Oh God!
And
yeah.
then they had to add his fingers?
But also that means that Ken Marino is no more.
Which I feel sad about that.
Yeah, no more Ken
Bring
Marino.
Ken Marino back.
Okay, so wait a minute. All right. If you don't know what we're talking about,
Let's dial it back. Yeah.
Let's go back. They're gonna re-theme the Rock and Roller Coaster.
Right.
On the other side of Hollywood Studios, there's
Right.
a roller coaster that's themed like Aerosmith. It's Aerosmith has to get from the recording studio to their show, and you are in a limo,
Super Stretch.
super stretch limo, and you are zooming through the
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles
Yeah.
in an indoor roller coaster, listening to Aerosmith music. And the pre-show has Aerosmith
Yep.
in the recording booth with
Yeah.
a young, spry Ken Marino from
Sure.
the state.
I don't think he has any lines, does he?
No, I don't think it.
He just stands up and like responds to something, but
He
I don't
might-
think he has lines.
He might have a line.
Maybe
I don't
he
know.
does. We'll have to watch the.
I have to
pre-show,
watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Ken Marino from the state, from Role Models, like from
Party Down.
Party Down, the other
A million
the other
things
two-
that I love.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the other two.
The other two,
Oh.
yeah. So Ken Marino, a young Ken Marino, one
Gone.
time got paid probably $50 to.
Do you think they get royalties for that? No.
Absolutely
No.
not.
It's a one-time
He does,
fee.
He
That's
does
it.
not.
Okay.
I know for a fact he does not.
We got to talk to him.
Yeah.
I
he'll
got
come on.
questions.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons that nobody does the voices for these
Which is
rides.
why Pat Carroll was a legend, because she always did Ursula. She was one of
Right.
the only people that always did her own voice.
Yeah, like if they're not going to pay Tom Hanks to do
Woody, his brother's doing
brother
it.
will do it. So anyway,
And Jodie Benson, too, I believe, does all her stuff, too.
yeah, like the Amy Poehler over at Joy, that just sounds like
Oh, yeah,
nothing
it's not
like
her, yeah.
Like, anyway, going back.
Reel it in, reel it in.
You reel it in.
Sorry.
This drink is making me super ADD.
ADDDHD.
So they're going to retheme Rock and Roller Coaster to be Muppets.
The picture art is like Animal playing the drums in the back, like all his band, and then Miss Piggy and Kermie's like hanging out the side.
Great. And they're all in a car. And they're going to retheme it Muppets. They're like, we're not going to kill the Muppets at Hollywood Studios.
Right. But we're moving them.
We're moving them. We're
also,
getting...
if you want to see the best reaction to this, please look at Carly Weisel's reel of her being herself listening to this.
Yeah.
And like being a Muppets fan and like trying to like cope with what's going on. It's very funny. But okay, I have a proposition for you. Let's talk about the roller coaster portion right now. When we get our second drink, let's talk about the Muppet Vision after.
Okay.
Here's my questions about Rock and Roller Coaster. Not that necessarily the Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster like fit with the old Hollywood thing with like Tower of Terror and stuff like that. But Rock and Roller Coaster did take you through Los Angeles. Like you're like going underneath the 101. Like it's very LA themed. So I'll give you that a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
But like thematically and the look of it, like Hollywood Boulevard, I think that's called Hollywood Boulevard there, right? That you walk down to Tower of Terror on.
Yeah, sure.
But like all that is like very old Hollywood looking. And then the end of it is Tower of Terror, which looks like a really cool like 1930s, 1920 like Art Deco hotel. And then to the left is just kind of like this building with a huge guitar that says Rock and Roller Coaster.
Right, like a hard
featuring
rock.
Aerosmith.
Yeah, like a Hard Rock Cafe.
Literally. It's a nondescript building like that. So I guess we've been living with that for a while anyway. But my question is, are we going to like try to re-theme that to like tie Muppets into the theme or no?
God, I'm struggling with
and
how to...
is Miss Piggy's fountain coming over there?
I don't think so.
Move that fountain. Move that fountain.
Okay, before I weigh in on this,
okay,
I would like to know what your gut reaction is and your gut feelings to this and how you feel about this.
As a whole?
Wait a minute. Yeah. Before we get into the details, I want to talk to you about how do you feel about all of this news in general? Like, how do you feel? What do you think? Like, what are your big thoughts on this? Like,
part one, devastation.
Why
because
is that?
Muppets 3D is the last thing that Jim Henson ever worked on. It was my dad's favorite attraction. I don't want it to go. I'm very nostalgic for that. I'm very nostalgic for the Muppets in general. I don't want it to go. Look, I've got chill bumps, even just talking about it.
I'm going to ask you questions, and they're not necessarily how I feel, but I'm going to pry a little bit.
Okay.
Do people still care about the Muppets?
I think Muppet people, there's a lot of us. I think that Disney has done a not great job at finding the audience and finding the media platforms to give Muppets to the people. Other than Muppets Haunted Mansion, which I thought was very good.
That was really cute. I liked that a lot.
A lot of the other Muppets attempts have failed because they are missing the mark. There's something about them that isn't the humor, it isn't the kitschiness, they're missing the mark. I don't know how else to say that.
Sure.
There's a huge Muppet fan base, I believe.
If you were going to build a park from the ground up right now, would you include them in a Disney park?
Me personally, yes.
Okay.
But maybe not everyone thinks that way, but me personally, yes. It's just, it's tough because other than Muppets Haunted Mansion, they haven't had a successful thing in recent years, right? They've tried a few things and none of them have really worked because they all missed the mark, in my opinion. I've enjoyed all the things they've put out, but other than Muppets Haunted Mansion, nothing was old Muppets to me. Nothing was Muppets Christmas Carol. Nothing was Muppets from Space. Nothing was that humor, that wit, etc.
I'm playing devil's advocate before I tell you what I feel.
Yeah.
I went to Hollywood Studios back in June. I was there on my birthday. I did Muppet 3D. Mm-hmm. I mean, that shit was empty.
Yeah, because they haven't put money into it in forever.
Nobody was in there.
Yeah.
There were very few people. Not nobody, but...
It needs love that it hasn't been getting.
It smells dank.
Because they haven't cleaned those freaking... That's where COVID started.
It's rough. And then as a parent, do my kids know and love the Muppets? I don't really know if they care about the Muppets.
Are we going to fight tonight?
What?
Are we going to fight tonight?
No, we're not.
Okay.
I told you I'm not telling you my feelings, but I'm just telling you I think I'm putting on my corporate cap
Big
right
corporate
now.
Disney cap. Yeah.
I'm putting on God, I wish I looked like Josh tomorrow.
He's a handsome guy.
He's so handsome.
So handsome.
But-
I don't even like boys, and I think he's handsome.
I know he's handsome, and that's why he gets a pass. Nobody hates him like Chapek, but
Yeah.
I think people should hate him like Chapek.
Yeah.
Personally, I fuck that guy. Like, I'm ready to say fuck Josh tomorrow.
He's not doing anything different than anybody else is.
No, I'm not gonna. I mean, like, I'm telling you how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, this sucks. Fuck Josh tomorrow. But he's just a pretty guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, my kids, I don't know, like, if I tell my kids,
Did they like Muppets Haunted Mansion? Did they watch that?
yeah, they really did.
Okay.
But
We've watched it numerous times, and, well, kid's still too young, but Bowie thinks it's very funny.
but do they like Muppets Haunted Mansion,
He's
or do they like
he's watched Muppet Babies too.
right? But do they like Muppet Haunted Mansion and Muppet Babies, or do they like Monsters Inc?
He freaking loves Mike and Sully.
Monsters Inc. is
I'm not saying I don't understand it. I'm
Right.
just sad about it.
it is very sad.
There's a lot of land there, and I wish they would just use that land instead of taking away something else. Why are we taking away attractions in a park that desperately needs attractions?
Right.
Why can't we just add
Why aren't we demolishing stupid fucking
Star Cruiser?
no? Well, yes. Well, like bulldoze Star Cruiser, make Monsters
It has
Inc.
to
land.
sit there for a certain amount of time so they can get that tax write-off.
Right.
That's why.
Bulldoze Animation Courtyard.
There's
Like,
nothing over there. Why couldn't we put the Monsters Inc. land over there?
Why? So, like Animation Courtyard, and then like, what's over there? What's over at?
The
There's like,
Little Mermaid show that's never coming back.
well, they are talking about that coming
They've been
back.
talking about that for over a year.
Sure,
It's not coming back.
right.
She gone.
A Little Mermaid show, and then, okay, so this park, Hollywood Studios, now has
It's a graveyard.
a dedicated Star Wars land, Galaxy's Edge.
Yep.
It has Star Wars Launch Bay.
Well, most of
which
that is closed.
Most of it is closed,
Yeah.
which was a meet and greet.
Meet and greet and like some artifacts in a store and things.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also has Star Tours. Do you need 3 instances
Well,
of stupid
Animation Courtyard does not have Star Tours. Star Tours is on the other side.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought Star Tours was okay. Do you need 3 Star Wars at
Areas.
a fucking
No.
Hollywood Studios land?
No.
You don't.
The other thing in Animation Courtyard is that Disney Junior like dance show. Is that still going on? I think so.
I don't
There's
know.
like a theater there. I think that is still going on. But there's nothing over there. There's no reason why we need to remove Muppets. Why couldn't we put the Monsters Inc. land there?
Right. And here's the thing. If you know that if you're looking for space and you're going to change Rock and Roller Coaster,
Yeah.
there are other options.
Yep.
We don't have to take away things that people like.
Or take away attractions just to replace them with something else. We need to add attractions at that park desperately.
Right. Yeah, because who knows how long this shit is going to
How
take.
many
This is gonna-
attractions are there?
when I went back in June, we did 4 things. We did Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Okay.
We did Slinky Dog,
Okay. I do
We
love
did-
Slinky Dog.
Muppets Vision,
Yep.
and we did Tower of Terror.
Okay.
We were done before noon, and we were saying, let's leave.
So we have 11 attractions in a full day park, quote unquote. People complain about Animal Kingdom. They probably got the same amount of attractions.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of attractions there. We don't need to swap. We need to add.
right. You need to add. There is a lot of space behind Muppets.
Huge amount of space.
There's like a big parking lot that they're going to excavate. That's where the ride is going to go.
1.5.
You finish it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I hated it. 1.5.
I'm almost done. We're talking in circles, but how do you feel overall knowing this news? And
I
then we're
don't
gonna.
feel good.
You don't feel good.
I could give 2 shits about Rock and Roller Coaster. The other part is my big issue.
Muppets Vision.
Yep.
The net positive of Rock and Roller Coaster turning Muppets
Great.
doesn't outweigh
Losing
the
Muppet Vision in 3D.
negative of
Nope.
losing Muppet Vision.
Correct.
Okay. I will go on record with
You don't like Muppet Vision.
no. I will go on record with saying that I love Muppet Vision.
Okay.
Love Muppet Vision.
It needed love. It's needed love for years, though.
Yeah, it needs
And they
love.
weren't giving any money to it.
Nobody's going to give love to Muppet Vision because nobody cares about Muppets as much as they used to, except for you and me and,
Yeah.
and other 40-year-old people,
People,
like us.
yeah.
Kids don't care about Muppets.
But that's also Disney's fault.
Right, it is. I will now go further and say that Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster sucks. I don't even think that's a positive. I am doubling down, and I'm saying that is also a negative.
Interesting.
Everybody is like, hey, at least we have Muppets in the parks. And
You think it's
I think
stupid.
that is smoke and mirrors, and I think it's
Of course, that's what it is.
it's bullshit,
Yeah.
and I'm not even 100% positive it's going to happen, and I think it's dumb. And that's where I stand. I think
Let's pause because I have a rebuttal.
okay, I think all of this sucks, but Corey's finished her drink. I'm gonna finish mine. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk to you about more Muppet stuff and what we think about all this nonsense. If I was Waldorf and Statler, I'm sitting here saying,
I'd get up, but I'm buttoned to the bench.
we entered a contest to go to Hollywood Studios. We lost. Waldorf and Statler would fucking hate this. I fucking hate this. And then I'm going to tell you why when we come back with fresh drinks. Stay tuned. And we're back. We got another drink. Last drink hit me kind of good. I mean, I was prepared for a stiff drink, but I don't.
He got a real stiffy.
I know. Like, yeah, I've got a like. I thought I had a chubby, but I haven't.
Turns out he got a stiffy.
Okay. So we've got the Blue Hawaiian. Blue Hawaii. Blue Hawaii or Blue Hawaiian? Blue Hawaii.
Not
It's not
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian.
I keep saying it wrong.
It's
very blue.
it's very blue. It's artificial, like weird blue.
It's like a light blue carousel color.
Yeah, it's like a mid-century modern blue,
Exactly.
kind of like a weird blue.
It seems like it would be fitting in like the Brady Bunch house.
Yeah, and it's creamy looking.
It is a little creamy looking,
Creamy
which
looking.
makes me nervous.
It's got an
Oh,
umbrella.
and Gabby did ask if we could do dairy.
Oh, so
Fuck.
God. What would happen if I said no?
Do you have almond milk?
Oh, okay. Great.
So it's blue.
No.
We got a maraschino cherry. We got an umbrella. It's in a tall, skinny guy bamboo style.
It's got a...
I've got the cheers for us.
Okay, here we go.
Please watch out for each other and love and forgive everybody. It's a good life. Enjoy it. Jim Henson.
Jim Henson. Cheers to Jim Henson. I would say it's not easy being blue.
It's very pineapple-y.
It just tastes like pineapple juice.
Yeah. It's very
It's
pineapple.
not easy being blue.
Okay.
I feel like I'm just drinking a big old cup
Juice.
of Navi jizz.
Jesus.
Give me that
Okay.
big old Navi dick. It just tastes like pineapple
It's
juice.
juice. Yeah.
It's just pineapple juice. It's an easy drinker because it's just
I give it a 4 because you could give it to anybody.
all I taste is pineapple juice. I give it a 3 because
I don't want
take-
it again?
I
Okay, maybe I should say 3 because I don't want it again, but you could give it to
I
anybody.
taste pineapple juice. I taste nothing else. But maybe that's because we're also kind of fucked from that last drink. Maybe that last drink was so strong that we don't even taste what this one tastes like. Here's what's in it. Blue Hawaii.
What's dude's face look like? He looks happy?
He's kind of...
He's medium?
He's medium.
Oh, okay.
It's
Maybe
pineapple
this is a
juice,
creeper.
sweet and sour, blue curacao, cream or half and half,
Okay.
and vodka.
Huh.
We haven't had vodka yet.
Have we not had vodka?
It's
Not a lot of vodka tiki drinks.
wild to me that Tonga Hut even has wadka here.
That is wild.
It's easy. This is like a.
It's an easy drinker.
This is an easy drinker.
You can give
is-
this to your mama.
Yeah. Like feel like this is my parents' tiki.
Yeah, it's very easy.
There's no liner notes. Probably Elvis drank it.
On the toilet.
Yeah, and he. Oh baby.
Hey, look at me, blue Hawaii, baby.
I shit right on the toilet and drink my blue. You know how like some days you have beets and you forget you had beets?
I don't eat beets. Tastes
Oh.
like dirt.
Okay, you have beets and you're like, oh shit, I ate beets. Like when you think your ass is bleeding. That's what Elvis was like with Blue Hawaii. He's like, oh, baby, I'm shitting blue curacao.
My doo-doo's blue, baby.
Taking care of Blue Hawaii.
Taking care of blueness.
Taking care of Blue Hawaii. I'm shitting out Blue Hawaii, baby.
If this all ends on the cutting room
It's
floor.
No, it's not on the cutting room floor. It's here. Okay.
While I was away, I got a few texts from friends, listeners, friends of the pod, okay? All of which were asking when I said we were recording tonight if we were talking about Muppets.
Oh, that's funny.
So it was pretty funny. So let me give a quick little shout out real fast. Sean, Magic King Dad,
Okay.
our good buddy, he had a very interesting point that I am now also kind of on board with. He's not happy about Muppet Vision 3D being gone, but he feels positive about them taking over Rock and Roller Coaster for the very real reason of if it's Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem doing Dancing in the Moonlight, that would be a great song for that ride.
Okay.
And that also looks like the picture they released.
Right. I'm going to tell you why I think that he's wrong.
Sorry, Sean.
I don't look. It's smoke and mirrors because they're giving people something Muppets.
Yeah.
They're like, here, have your Muppets. We're axing one of your most cherished, timeless, wonderful, nostalgic hits.
Classic attraction.
We're going to give you something. I think this is a net loss because how themed does a roller coaster get?
Not very. You're going fast through it.
Not very. You might have a roller coaster where you're listening to a Muppet song.
Yeah.
And you might have a quick pre-show element of
Silly
Muppets.
Muppet gag. Yeah.
Hey, like, oh, we got to get to our show. We're late. We're late for our show. Yeah, they're not going to change anything. Is that satisfying as a Muppets roller
No.
coaster? And it's not.
No.
Like, you won't even clock that it's Muppets once you're on the roller coaster. It's never going to be a Hagrid's roller coaster where you slow down and you see a scene. They're not changing the roller coaster.
Which,
Like,
by the way, they need to redo that track. You know what I'm saying?
right. It's
Makes
never
my head hurt.
It's never going to feel like a Muppets roller coaster, and it's never going to be satisfying as a Muppets attraction once you get on the ride. There will be a small little pre-show of something Muppets. It will feel like such an afterthought that right now it feels good that they're not killing the Muppets. The thought is nice, but in execution, I think it's going to feel so thin and so worthless that it's not even going to feel like a Muppets attraction, and it's going to be passable. That's my full thought on this. And even if it's a Muppet song, which I don't even know is going to mix well with a roller coaster, it's going to be so forgettable and so not a Muppets attraction that I think that this is a giant loss for Hollywood Studios.
Can I challenge you with 6 words?
Of course.
Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
But you see the Guardians,
So what if they do a redo like that?
you see the Guardians throughout the whole thing. In Mission Breakout, you're going through artifacts of theirs. They have a storyline that kind of works. You've got music that builds into Guardians of the Galaxy
And is nostalgic for
and-
that. Yeah.
and works as a device in Guardians of the Galaxy. And the doors open and you see show scenes.
It stops and you see things. Yeah. I'm just saying redos can be good.
Muppets. I mean, like, here's the thing. Here's what I would liken it to. And I don't think that, like, I love the ride, but I don't think that the retheme works. Incredicoaster.
And also, wait, pause for a second. Looking at the redo that they did for the Rock and Roller Coaster in Paris that they made the Iron Man one, that is a disaster.
Yeah.
So people, like, all around hated that.
Right. So can you retrofit IP into a roller coaster? I don't think that you really can. I don't think it works. Incredicoaster. I mean, there are moments where, like, you're listening to the Incredicoaster song and it works. Like,
But I prefer California Screamin'.
I don't know that, like, it's a neutral for me. Like I don't care.
Not an upgrade, yeah.
It's not an upgrade. You go through and, like, people are like, oh, did you smell the cookies on Jack Jack.
Jack Jack Cookie Num Num.
And you're like, I don't know, maybe like, and you're like, oh, it's only good if you go on it at night. You can actually see the Incredicoaster elements. I don't know.
It wasn't an upgrade to me either. I'm with you on that.
So to axe the Muppets in Muppet Vision 3D and say that this is going to make me happy, like I think the initial gut reaction that yes, they are still involving the Muppets made me happy. But then when I started to think about it, I don't think that wedging the Muppets into this ride is going to work.
Yeah.
I have a proposal.
Let's hear it, Davey.
And this is the only thing that I think would work to appease me and to make me feel comfortable and happy. Not happy about them axing Muppets Vision 3D.
Okay.
But make me feel okay with them axing it. We're getting rid of Rock and Roller Coaster, and we're going to put the Great Muppets movie ride into that space.
Okay.
The Great Muppets movie ride was something that Jim Henson also
designed.
Yeah. It was his last design before he died. It is.
But that's not what's happening.
What?
But that's not what's happening, is it?
No, that's not what's happening. I'm saying that this is the only thing that would make me feel
happy.
That would make me feel okay with this. If they gave us that, give us the Great Movie Ride, but with the Muppets, because we all missed the Great Movie Ride.
Yes, of course.
And putting Mickey. Okay, here's what I would truly do. I would put Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad, wedge that into in that show building.
Yep.
Put that there. Restore Mann's Chinese Theater there.
And put an updated version of
but make it Muppets Movie Ride. Have the Muppets pair.
That'd be so good.
Yeah. But also, like, I know
that'd be so good.
It'd be amazing. They already designed a whole bunch of it. It was Jim Henson's last designed ride. We missed the Muppets. So say you're taking away Muppets Vision 3D, give us Muppets animatronics. Give us something better that we could get excited about. Muppets Movie Ride? Okay, I know you've lost a bunch of those IPs.
Yeah, but they also gained a significant amount of IPs.
Right, exactly.
So just swap them out.
Right,
yeah.
We can't do the Wizard of Oz maybe anymore. But, I mean, God, could you imagine Muppets Avengers? Could you imagine?
That'd be hilarious.
It'd be fucking great.
Oh my God, Rizzo the Rat is Baby Groot.
Rizzo the Rat is Baby Groot.
I'm dead.
Who would you cast? I think Animal is Hulk.
Animal would have to be Hulk, yeah.
Hulk smash! Hulk smash! Hulk smash!
Hulk smash! Hulk smash! Hulk smash!
Piggy's Black Widow.
Who's Kermit? Captain America. Yeah.
Fozzie's Fat Thor.
Oh, that's good. Or Ant-Man, because they're both kind of goofy.
Yeah. And then Waldorf and Statler, like, sitting in the boat with us the whole time.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
My God. Like, MCU. Oh, God. What does MCU?
This is crap. Muppets can't unite. Muppets can't undo.
Yeah. Oh, God.
How would you be less upset if they said they're putting Muppet Vision 3D back in DCA?
In DCA?
Remember, it was where PhilharMagic is now.
Fuck PhilharMagic.
No one goes to that shit.
PhilharMagic.
I've never been to it in DCA. Mark it down. Wow. I've never gone into it.
I've been to PhilharMagic. I've been there. Have I been in Disney World? I think I've been in Disney World and...
I've been in Disney World, but I have not been in DCA.
It sucks.
But it was Muppet Vision 3D before that in DCA.
Right. If you tell us that they're restoring Muppet Vision somewhere, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Just purely saying Muppet Vision is now going to be on Disney Plus, it's fucking terrible.
Look, I'm upset about it in general. And I will say I do love Monsters, Inc. Do I want that door roller coaster? Absolutely. I just think there was space that we could have put that somewhere else.
Yeah, I think
we could add to the attractions, not exchange or take away.
Yeah, look, I know that people will argue and say that, well, Muppets is not a ride. We are adding rides. We're adding the Doors ride. There wasn't a ride there before. I get that.
Wait, sorry. This is what I wanted to say when you were saying about Muppets going in Rock and Roller Coaster. What if they take, all the pre-show elements from Muppets in Hollywood Studios where like there's all those actual props and like all those things you walk through. What if they put all that into the pre-show of the roller coaster? I'd be down for that.
I'd be down for that, and I like it.
It would make me feel like it lived on a bit.
Yeah, I like it, but I still stand firm that a Muppets themed roller coaster is
It's a waste.
It's a waste. It's not a thing. Once that ride starts going, it is not Muppets.
Yeah. It's very parallel to what the Disney company has done with the Muppets over the last 5 or 6 years. They've missed the mark.
It's arguably worse. Like, you don't care about the music on the roller coaster. Like, I mean, sure, like...
It's a fun element, but, like, yeah.
I mean, I could get off of that roller coaster. And if it... Look, we've been on Cosmic Rewind together where,
We're not going to talk about that
I know,
right now.
but that ride moves to kind of the music, and it matches the music well.
Yeah.
That's not what Rock and Roller Coaster
Rock and Roller Coaster is press your head back and hope you don't get concussed.
Yeah, and it's just like we're going to jam music down your throat and listen to it while you're on a ride. I don't know if that's Muppets. That's not what Muppets are.
The only option is Animal, for sure.
Yeah.
Being in control of it for some reason.
It's just like a weird choice. It's just, it screams that they already need a retheme for Rock and Roller Coaster.
Totally.
What can we do to make people less angry at us? And I think that this is it. I think
it was just like to lessen the blow, I think.
It's smoke and mirrors. This sucks. I think it's a net negative.
sad.
I think it's
Let me
negative.
sum up why I'm sad about it.
Okay.
I'm sad about it because it's the last thing that Jim Henson actually did work on that is in existence that we can go see. That makes me sad.
Right.
And on a personal level, like I mentioned earlier, it was definitely my dad's favorite. My dad loved the Muppets. It was in every trip, multiple time a trip. He loved it. And it makes me sad that there's less and less things there that I can take my children to, again, on a personal level, to feel connected to Big Jim. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
That makes me sad. And that's probably why I feel more strongly about it than some other folks, maybe.
But it's also I appreciate everything that you're saying about it.
This almost feels like if they axed the Polynesian to me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's super nostalgic in a wonderful way for so many people. And it is purposeful. They built something that was designed for the space.
Yep.
It's not wedged in. It wasn't an afterthought, which I think that Muppets and Rock and Roller Coaster is an afterthought.
It's a wedged in, yeah. So I guess what we're getting at is bring Joe Rohde back.
Yeah, what is Hollywood Studios?
It's a disaster. We need a third rename, I think. What is it?
It's so bad.
It's not necessarily unlike DCA where it's the park where we're not really sure, so we're just going to throw stuff over there.
Here's the thing about Disney that I really wish. I wish that they would just tell us their overall purpose and their overall plan. They give you things piecemeal.
Yeah.
And I think it's dumb. If you just told fans, look, this park is about Hollywood and IP, so we're going to have our favorite IPs like Star Wars, Toy Story, Monsters, Inc. Here's my question. What do you do at this point now with Tower of Terror?
That theming, unless they pull something out of their ass, that theming is a disaster now.
Hey, I love Ariana Grande. She
oh
said,
my God, on Las Culturistas. Did you hear the letter she wrote?
Yes.
It's so good.
So Ariana Grande has come out on other podcasts saying that do not touch Tower of Terror.
She wrote it during COVID when Guardians had changed.
Yeah, she
was like, do not touch this. I am in with the Disney company, and I am telling you, do not touch this.
She loves Tower of Terror. But, do they touch Tower of Terror next? And I mean, also,
I've heard a lot of different things over the years with Tower of Terror and the rights with that and all kinds of stuff, so I don't know.
If you have Muppets there, what through line is Tower of Terror and Muppets? But, I mean, there was nothing before where it was Aerosmith and Tower of Terror. What is this park?
Especially when you think about what it was like when it first opened. It was definitely a throwback. You can completely compare this to DCA because DCA is doing a similar thing right now too, where they're just abandoning even the wreath theme, which is
Right.
very similar. Like DCA did that huge wreath theme, 10 years ago was that?
Yes.
And similar to Hollywood Studios, did a whole rebranding, and now we're just abandoning that again,
Yeah.
which is crazy to me.
Part of me feels like you should just close Hollywood Studios and just like bulldoze it and then build a better park.
It just doesn't make sense, and it seems like such a waste of the space they have there.
Just bulldoze it. Just bulldoze it and then make your Monsters Inc. land. I'm fine. Okay, look, here's the bottom line. Bottom line is
Do you think they should bulldoze DCA at this point?
no.
Comparatively?
I think DCA is salvageable.
Okay.
I think that Hollywood Studios is not. What
It's a disaster.
What I would do is I would say, here are the things that work at Hollywood Studios. We know we like Toy Story Land. We know we like Galaxy's Edge.
Right.
Everything else, we need to rethink. We know we like Tower of Terror, like Old Hollywood. That's going to be our Old Hollywood land. We're going to.
So we need to find another attraction that fits into Old Hollywood.
I know that's what I'm saying. A great movie Muppets ride
would be perfect there.
would work there.
Remember when they had that Cars attraction behind there?
No, I know.
Good Lord.
But now they're wedging in Villains show, which now Villains has supposedly maybe a Villains land in Disney World is now also going to have a Villains show. And I think that you just need to step back and say, look, with Epic Universe now is coming out.
Yep.
Epic Universe is huge. It has made us look at this park. This park isn't what it should be.
Right.
We're going to close this, and we're going to
revamp it.
We're going to revamp it, and we're going to unveil a new amazing park. And we're going to still have Toy Story Land. I think
Disney's Roaring 20s or something like that. Like, that'd be cool.
I think you can, like, or still call it Disney's Hollywood. And
Hollywood Studios. But maybe have different sections where, like, we're 20s Hollywoods, we're 50s Hollywood, we're 2000s Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, there's a way to separate it.
Yeah, and then, like, you can turn this park around. Like, it can be IP park. I'm fine with that. Like, I'm okay with it. I like Monsters, Inc. I like Toy Story. I like Star Wars. You can have these IP lands. That's okay. I mean, that's what Epic Universe is doing, the same thing. Like, it's okay. Yeah. We don't need, like, portals and everything, but we do need this to make sense.
We need good theming.
And, like, we need a through line, and I don't think it has a through line. And I think that wedging the Muppets into the Aerosmith ride is so dumb. And I'm so upset about Muppets Vision. I think that it's all a net negative. And I think it displays that they're not really thinking about any of this.
Yeah.
Like, as a whole. They're thinking about the parts. That's it.
What do you rate this drink to wrap up?
What do I rate this drink? This drink is a 3.25. It's fine. It tastes like like
you
pineapple
want to know something
juice.
Crazy?
What?
Second time agreeing. 3.25.
Oh, wow. We total agreement. Total episode.
Total agreement. That's what we'll call this episode.
It's a 3.25. It's fine. It's good. It's would I order it again? Maybe. Yeah.
I'd order it for somebody.
I'd order it for somebody. Before we wrap up real quick, I want to say thank you and a shout out to Dave Thacker. He's our new Patreon subscriber.
The best.
The best. Dave Thacker, good friend of ours, but also a new Patreon subscriber.
Yeah.
What is Dave Thacker going to get? I'll tell you what Dave Thacker
What's he going to get?
For signing up for our Patreon, well, he's going to get a sticker.
Of course.
And he's going to get a tiki recipe.
Of course.
And he's going to get extra content. He's going to get extra audio. He's going to get extra
video.
Maybe video.
Maybe pictures, like I did post today.
Yeah, Corey went over to the Epic Universe
new preview shop at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yeah, we have a preview shop in Hollywood even for Epic. And she took some pictures. So our Patreon members got that today. On Thursday for Thanksgiving, this upcoming Thanksgiving, not to date this episode, I'm going to give you my favorite Thanksgiving tiki cocktail recipe.
Can't wait.
We're going to drink that. I'm going to send you that.
Maybe we'll post a video of us drinking it too, since we'll be together.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So subscribe to our Patreon for $5 or $8 a month membership.
And get all this fun extra
You
bonus
get-
content.
Yeah.
And you support us, which we would greatly appreciate.
Go to patreon.com/mytimethepodcast. Hit us up on our Instagram. It's at mytimethepodcast.
Or email us at mytimethepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and if you have any questions or tiki or theme parks or anything in between, you can also call us at 559-WE-DRUNK, which is 559-933-7865, and leave us a message. And if you're enjoying the show, take a minute to rate and review the podcast on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Hit the subscribe or follow button on that.
Yeah, that's very
So you
helpful.
always get an alert, or it all automatically downloads when you get our show. So we're already in your phone when you wake up on Tuesday morning.
We're there waiting for you for your commute to work or whatever.
That's right. God willing, you have a jobs. I hope you have work. Do you have work? Do you have a job? Are you looking for? Are you looking? No. Are you looking for a coworker? Hit me up.
Do you need a super Dave in your life?
Do you need somebody?
But do not make him move from me. I will be very upset.
Yeah. Do you need a coworker?
Can he work remotely?
Hit me up. mytimethepodcast@gmail.com if you've got a job that you think I could do.
Remotely.
Yes.
Or from California.
Anyway, all right. So that's our show.
We love y'all.
We love you all. Thanks for spending your time with My Time.
My time. Mahalo.
Bye.